In the late 1980s, a new sound emerged from the dark corners of Sweden. This sound was a beacon of ingenuity, a beacon that would illuminate the murky depths of the death metal scene. It was in the gloomy city of Gothenburg that a band named At the Gates was formed. A band envisioned by a group of young musicians who dared to be different in a world that was hesitant to change. The founding members of this trailblazing band were Tomas Lindberg, Anders Björler, and Björn Gelott. Their objective wasn't just to create music, but to craft a movement, a revolution that would breathe fresh air into the stagnant death metal scene. They were driven by a desire to create something meaningful, something that would resonate with listeners far beyond the confines of their homeland. Their vision was clear, their mission even clearer. Let's make something important. In 1995, At the Gates released their landmark album, Slaughter of the Soul. This wasn't merely another record on the shelf. It was a clarion call, a sonic revolution that sent shockwaves through the global metal community. Slaughter of the Soul was an audacious fusion, a marriage of melodic sensibilities with the raw, unfiltered aggression that defined death metal. It was a bold move, but At the Gates was not a band to shy away from risks. The album was a startling departure from the norm. It was as if the band had taken a chisel to the monolithic edifice of death metal, carving out intricate patterns where there had been only brute force. Melody, once a mere undercurrent, surged to the forefront, intertwining with searing riffs and guttural roars to create something utterly unique. The band members themselves were taken aback by the impact. Tomas Lindberg, the band's lead vocalist, recalls, "We knew we were onto something, but we never imagined the extent of it." Critics, too, were quick to recognize the album's brilliance. Slaughter of the Soul, they proclaimed, had not just raised the bar, but obliterated it. Yet it wasn't just the critics who were captivated. Fans across the globe were drawn to the album's distinctive sound, its ability to balance brutality with beauty, darkness with light. It resonated with them, spoke to them on a level that previous releases had not. The album's influence was far-reaching, inspiring a new wave of musicians to push the boundaries of what was possible in death metal. Slaughter of the Soul was more than just an album. It was a statement, a defiant declaration that death metal could be more than just noise and nihilism. It could be art, it could be poetry, it could be a conduit for raw, unfiltered emotion. It was a game changer, fusing melodic sensibilities with ferocious aggression. Slaughter of the Soul not only rejuvenated the death metal genre, but also left an indelible mark on the metal world. It was a sonic revolution, a call to arms for every band that felt confined by the genre's boundaries. This was not just music. It was a statement, a manifesto of sorts, declaring that death metal could be melodic, lyrical, and profound. The influence of At the Gates spread like wildfire, igniting a spark in countless bands that followed. Bands like Arch Enemy, In Flames, and Dark Tranquillity took the torch from At the Gates, further pushing the boundaries of what was possible within the genre. Their music became a blueprint, a roadmap for those who dared to venture into the uncharted territories of melodic death metal. But the influence of At the Gates extended beyond just music. It touched the lives of their fans, creating a community bound by a shared love for their unique sound. Fans from all walks of life found solace in their music, finding in it a reflection of their own struggles and triumphs. Let's hear from some of them. Here's Steve, a metalhead from New York. He says, "I remember the first time I heard Slaughter of the Soul. It was like nothing I had ever heard before. It was brutal, yet melodic, aggressive, yet introspective. It spoke to me on a level that no other music had." And then there's Maria, a fan from Sweden. She shares, "At the Gates was more than just a band for me. They were a lifeline during a difficult time in my life. Their music gave me strength, hope, and a sense of belonging." These are just a couple of examples of the profound impact At the Gates has had on their fans. Their music has transcended borders, cultures, and languages, uniting people through a shared love for their unique brand of death metal. In the end, it's not just about the music. It's about the sense of community, the shared experiences, and the bonds formed through a love for their music. As one fan put it, "Their music helped me through some tough times." It's more than just music, it's a way of life. After disbanding in 1996, At the Gates seemed like a chapter of the past, but in 2007, something unexpected happened. The echoes of their music, still reverberating in the hearts of fans, sparked a flame that would burn brighter than ever before. The band members, each having pursued different paths in the interlude, felt a pull. A pull back to the raw energy, the unfiltered passion, and the collective creativity that had once defined them. They realized that their story wasn't complete. The world had changed, and they had changed with it. But the music was still there, waiting to be unleashed. With renewed vigor and a shared sense of purpose, they decided to reunite. The announcement sent waves through the metal community. Fans old and new eagerly awaited their return to the studio and the stage. The anticipation was palpable, the excitement infectious. In interviews, the band members shared their thoughts on the reunion. They spoke of the unfinished symphonies that had been playing in their minds, the unexplored paths that beckoned them, and the legacy that they felt compelled to continue. They were not just picking up where they left off, they were starting a new chapter, one that recognized their past but was not bound by it. We realized there was unfinished business, we had more to say, and with that, At the Gates stepped back into the spotlight, ready to carve new paths in the annals of metal history. Today, At the Gates continues their journey, inspiring a new generation of musicians while staying true to their roots. They are no longer just a band, they are a legacy, a testament to the timeless power of music. In recent years, they've released albums that have been lauded by critics and fans alike. Each record, a fresh take on their signature sound, showcases their versatility and their refusal to conform to industry standards. Their music, relentless and raw, still echoes with the same intensity that marked their early days in Gothenburg. On stage, they command an unrivaled presence. Their performances, a whirlwind of energy and emotion, leave no doubt about their passion for what they do. They've toured the world, sharing their music with fans old and new, infecting crowds with their fervor and leaving a trail of awestruck audiences in their wake. In interviews, band members speak of their ongoing dedication to their craft. They talk about their music not as a job, but as a calling, a relentless pursuit of artistic expression. Their commitment to their vision is unwavering, their resolve stronger than ever. Fans too have voiced their admiration for the band's latest efforts. They talk of how the band's music has evolved, yet stayed true to its roots. They speak of the raw power of their live performances, of the chills they feel when the first notes hit. A band that once breathed new life into a stagnant genre now stands as a beacon of inspiration for metalheads around the world.